Got me a new shirt. Imagination. Love it. Gotta love SpongeBob. Um, Something I've been thinking about right now is about how I remember hearing someone say emotion is the most valuable currency. And I started playing around with that in my mind and thinking, how in or how can I, you know, have a more joyful life? And we all strive after possessions and money, thinking for some stupid reason that having status, having money will give us a better life. But we know somewhat through others, right? Not through our own direct experience, but people who haven't been rich, they know that there are a lot of rich people that are unhappy. Sometimes more so, right? Because now you have everything and you're still unhappy. That's even worse, right? Than like now you don't have a reason to be unhappy in your mind, but you're still unhappy. And so you realize like everything lines up perfectly. There's moments where everything lines up perfectly, and then you have like a moment of happiness, and then it's gone. And you think to yourself, if I can't sustain happiness in a perfect moment, then there's nothing wrong with the world. There's something that I'm not doing correctly. There's nothing wrong with the world. There's just something that I'm not doing correctly. So I was thinking to myself, like, during my day-to-day interactions, when I connect with people, am I in a positive and happy state of mind? And am I transmitting this positive state of mind to others? And I would say most of the time I'm not, right? In egoic kind of, I'm in an egoic state where I'm trying to prove myself. Coming at, I'm I'm presenting myself. I'm coming from a place of lack, where I feel that I'm not worthy, I don't have enough, and that somehow their friendship with someone, right, that will benefit me, and I want them to think that my friendship will benefit them. And that's not a healthy way to come into look for relationships, right? You're basically looking for value from outside instead of from inside. But of course you're going to do that when you don't feel super valuable within yourself. Something inside you tells you through your conditionings, the way you've been brought up, you've been taught that your value comes from outside of yourself. Your knowledge of what you know, your memory of how good you can repeat things, your possessions, everything is external, and you're identified with that. And so, of course, as you were, of course, never gonna be enough in the finite realm, in the material world. You'll never have the best body. You'll never have the best um, mind. You'll never have the best riches and wealth and hair. And even if you do, it's still not the best, right? There's a universe far, far away where someone has it better. Some alien looks way better than you. And so, right, or there's like an animated figure online and you look at them, or somebody's photoshopped on Instagram and you look at them and you're like, what the hell, like I want to look like that, and you think that's real, but it's not. It's edited to look in superhuman, right? And then artificial intelligence is gonna come and just mop the floor with us, just like intelligence wise, like just have trillions of times more intelligence, trillions of times better memory, just way better looking, right? Nobody's gonna want to look at each other anymore. You're like, why would I date a woman, or why would I date a man if I can just get this Tesla bot that looks like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, right? Or the most perfect Brad Pitt look-alike I've ever seen, and then your dreams will be fulfilled. So, in the finite realm, you'll never have it. And so, realizing this, I'm trying to find the the teachings from the Zen masters, right? They say look inward, like there's something inside you that is infinite, and it's something, they call it consciousness, right? Or Buddhahood, whatever you want to call it. It's not that. That's just the name we give it. But there's something there that we can't comprehend through thought. And so learning how to derive your value or your feeling of self-worth from that deeper realm is ultimately the only way to feel fulfilled. I think I'm going on a tangent here, but my thought process was that when I come into contact with people, I should make it my utmost effort to arrive from a place, to connect with people from a place of just, I am happy, I am fulfilled with who I am, which of course you can't fake it, so it's harder to do, but just understanding that that's the goal, that yes, it's important to have your survival needs met, to make enough money to get by so that you're not, struggling all the time, but then it's also even more so important to be working on your being aspect rather than your doing and having aspect. So the way you work on that is you remind yourself that you are complete as you are, that you don't need anything in order to be perfect. Nothing more is going to satisfy you or make you, right, more worthy. In other people's eyes it might, but this is a false idea, right? So you come into relationships with people from a place of, I'm just having a great time, and if you enjoy my presence, if you're positive, if you are not affected so strongly by other people, and you kind of have this strength of being where you don't necessarily need someone's approval, you don't need even your own approval, you're just satisfied. And this satisfaction is very attractive and magnetic, and just on a more practical basis, just making people feel good, right? Even if you don't fully feel fulfilled, just making it a priority to And I had a friend that would do this all the time. He would always make people feel good about themselves. He would compliment them. He would tell them he thought they were cool. He would never feel corny about, you know, letting people know that he thought he appreciated them. And because for some reason we think that showing someone appreciation diminishes our own value. And so I really struggle with that aspect sometimes. Like, I feel weird showing appreciation or just being kind. I feel like it's not true. It's not right. It's not authentic. But I think I need to work harder at finding, what is it about? Everybody has something you can appreciate about them, right? What is it about them? What is it about them that you can appreciate and you can notice that maybe other people don't notice, and letting them know that, hey, you know, I really like the way you do this. I really appreciate something, you know, that I think you seem like a cool person. Just simple stuff, you know. I get a really good vibe from you. Or even if you don't, you can always, hey, what can you say? You can always compliment something. I'm trying to think of, I had something in my head just a second ago. There's a little dragonfly, I think, looking to eat some mosquitoes around me. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes all over here. There's always something you can compliment if you look. And I think it's really important for us to remind ourselves that if you compliment someone, if you tell them that you think they're cool, if you like their style and you'd love to hang out with them sometimes, or even, hey, I think you're attractive, I'd love to hang out with you sometime. You know, that's not easy to do. And if they don't reciprocate that, you don't lose anything. You're actually just gave them something. You presented them some value, something. You made them, you made their day, right? Getting rejected by a girl is actually, you're making their day. Maybe they're not interested in you at the moment. Maybe you're not what they're looking for. Maybe they're going through some difficult times. But just the fact that you actually put yourself out there and you said, like, hey, you seem like a really cool person. I like your vibe. Would you like to hang out sometime? Just that. Or, you know, just anything in that aspect. You just made them feel special, right? Most of them will probably be like, well, why? Like, why me? What makes me special? They don't feel like they're special or worthy. They're the same as you, right? They're like, and if it comes from a genuine place, it will never be seen as creepy. So if you're not trying to take something from them, right? And so you have to check yourself internally. Is this something do I just want to use this person, or do I want to really, like, do I really want to get to know this person? Do they intrigue me? Or is it just I want something from them? And if it's just you want something from them, it's probably better not to. Because they will never fulfill the role, the fantasy in your head, right? The fantasy is always better than the reality in your head. But it paradoxically, it's false. It's a false fantasy, and it's not better because it's fake. So everything that's true is paradoxical in life. You try too hard, you fail. You want her too much, she is not interested because you're not coming from a place of value and abundance, and you don't see your own self-worth, right? So those are my thoughts today. I hope that was in some way beneficial to you. See there, I'm doing it again. Um, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please let me know with the algorithmic thingamajig. And, you know what to do. Wink, wink. Keep living, loving, leveling up, and seize your moment to give you enough. Much love.